know a place unique in all of nature. A place of rest and restoration. A place for a week, a weekend, or a lifetime. A place to be cherished and enjoyed, to practice the art of living well. A place called Watercolor on Northwest Florida's Gulf Coast, on some of the most beautiful land in the area, land held by the St. Joe Company since 1927, and now preserved for you.
I'm Snooky Parrish, and I'm head gardener for Watercolor. I think that the dune lakes is one of the most incredible phenomenons that I can even talk about, but specifically because this is the only area in the world where this happens. Here in Walton County, we have about 14 dune lakes, some small, some large. Most of them still open periodically to the Gulf of Mexico, and that's what makes it unique. It's really breathtaking to see. The most important thing on this property are the things that we save, the integrity of the property, and not the things that we take away. We didn't do any development on the dunes. We try to save the precious habitats that are here. We don't disturb that habitat because there's a beach mouse that has very few habitats like this left anymore, as well as other creatures that call this home. So what we want to do is we want to honor what's already here. We don't want to disturb it. We want people to come and be able to walk across this boardwalk and look down and see the natural beauty undisturbed. And that's what makes us different.
The folks that have ownership here, obviously they see these natural areas and the lakes as amenities. It's something they get to take advantage of every day. And that's a wonderful thing. One of my jobs, one of my perceived jobs, is to help them understand that not only is that amenity something that they can be proud of and enjoy, but it's something they also have to take responsibility for, so that it's always there for them and for other people that come to visit here. That's one of my jobs, is to educate them on the wonders that are contained in those natural areas, and then also how to take care of them so that they continue to have those amenities for times to come.
To preserve the beauty and character of this land, nestled into the dunes between the Gulf of Mexico and the waters of Western Lake, was a delicate task. Fortunately, Arvida, one of the nation's premier developers of master-planned residential and resort communities, and St. Joe's Community Development Arm were prepared for the challenge.
The people that are coming into this area, they're looking for something different. They're looking for a relief of their everyday life in the cities. They want something slower paced. They want something that reminds them possibly of their youth, their early neighborhoods, the simplicity of life as a child, and they're finding it here. They're finding it in just taking a leisurely walk in the morning, or a bicycle ride, walking down to the beach. It's simple. It's just a very easy way of spending some time. It's a large project, but it doesn't feel large. And Arvida, again, has continually strives for good architecture. They hire good architects. They hire good land planners. They are doing their very best to create a community that is cohesive, logical, rational, and fun at the same time.
Having the state forest and the trails and Western Lake for canoeing and kayaking right there, right out the back door, that's very much what I'm used to, and that's a huge part of the appeal here. One thing we like about any day in the life is how close everything is here. You don't need your car. You can walk or ride your bike to the workout, to the market, to work for us, to go visit friends. It's oftentimes that the car is parked for a couple days without ever moving, and we're just walking and biking where we need to go, and that's a huge draw for us.
For us in the South, the home is the center, but not the circumference of our days. The homes at Watercolor provide the delight of being both close to nature and close to neighbors. Watercolor offers a pace that helps restore one's spirit and the space to explore one's soul.
My name is Peter Burke. I'm the head golf professional at Camp Creek Golf Club. It's kind of hard living in this area not to know about Arvida and what was coming. And I'd been hearing about the golf course for some time. And Tom Fazio is the #1 designer out in the market today. So they got the best designer, built the best golf course, and on some of probably the best land around. He was told there would be no homes located at either golf course. And he had that 1,000 acres to go ahead and lay out 2 golf courses on, which not many designers have that freedom to do that, because most golf courses do have home sites that you have to build a golf course around. It's great being involved with a company that is growing like we are. You know, St. Joe, our parent company, owns a lot of land in this area, and you know, using Arvida as the development arm to utilize a lot of this land into development such as Watercolor and Water Sound is great. Being involved with something that is moving in such a positive direction. We get to play golf year-round. There's probably 2 or 3 days a year that really aren't playable because of cold weather, and that's about it. I could not imagine living in the cold weather climate where you had 2, 3, 4, 10 feet of snow on the ground. That, to me, you can't live like that.
More than a collection of homes, Watercolor is a treat where people can build for the future. And while it's one thing to pass through and enjoy our community for a brief season, it's another thing altogether to find yourself here in a more permanent way, in a way that allows you and your family to build a history.
My name is Kelly Snyder. I'm the Art Living Director here at Watercolor and for Northwest Florida. Arvida, myself, we're here to help you create a sense of belonging, to create that social infrastructure, just to create whatever they want to create. And I'm really excited to do that. We have had, a variety of different things, from people inquiring about activities in Camp Watercolor. We have a wonderful program here for kids between the ages of 5 and 12. And it's a fantastic opportunity for the parents to be able to go to the beach and go do the activities that they enjoy, and have the kids go over for Camp Watercolor in the afternoons and do the boating and fishing and kayaking and snorkeling, and it's a fantastic, opportunity for them.
My name is Jason Brum. I'm the chef de cuisine and chef of Fish Out of Water. Sushi has become a very popular thing. It's really the only upper scale restaurant in the area that has really good sushi. I've really just tried to basically sort of create a southern coastal cuisine down here at Cafe 38 for the past 3 years, and now fortunately here. So I've kind of taught myself about the South and the food. I build up with layers of flavor. We have a low country shrimp and scallop dish here. It starts off with just your basic grit, okay? You've got nice pan-seared scallops, so you've got a nice caramelized, crispy, seared scallop and shrimp. Then you've got corn and asparagus, and it's a ragu, essentially. Goes around, it's nice, it's reasonable. Everything I do is just, it's reasonable, it's not far out.
Watercolor continues the Southern heritage of respect for nature and respect for things that endure the test of time. In a word, simple things done beautifully.
My name is Patrick Brewer, and I plan and detail meetings and make dream weddings come true. One of the things that I really like to do is make every part of the event special. Be real creative with the bridesmaids luncheon, and we do a little electric boat tour on our western lake with serving the bride and the bridesmaids champagne and wine in crystal goblets as they ride around the lake, and they're being toured around while we send the groom off with the groomsmen to go deep sea fishing and play golf on our championship golf course, which is right down the road. Just the attention to detail, from the grounds to the condition of the building and the detail of the property itself. Oh, it's great. This is my office. It's wonderful. You know, you start taking it for granted a little bit, and then you'll be talking to someone on the phone and they'll ask how the weather is, and you say, oh, it's beautiful outside, but there's a boat having problems, you know, out in the Gulf, and they're like, you can see that? Yeah, you can. It's our backyard.
There's a slower pace at Watercolor. It's a place reserved, set aside, away from the rigors of the day, where the ocean meets the sand and people embrace the traditional Southern values of grace, hospitality, and family. A haven for the best things of life. If you need anything while you're here, ring 5000 for guest services. For more information on ownership in our community, ring 6500 for the real estate office. You can also find out more at www.watercolorflorida.com.